Okay, guys, here I am at the Florida Audio Show, even an hour before it started, but going to go visit Charles Kirmuss. Hadn't seen him, didn't get a chance to go out with him last night. I've been here. You probably saw some videos I uploaded, but let's check and see before the show even starts what he's up to, anything new. And like you said, like I always do, I'm going to just take you for the ride, the whole show, upload after I go into just about every room. So stay tuned, but let's see what Charles is up to. Okay, maybe JR too will be in here. Both of them share a room like last year. There is no marketplace at this show, so they normally are in the marketplace, but pretty empty. Look at who it is, Charles. How are you?
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Good to see you.
You're lucky you came in and I wasn't in my United Airlines pajamas that I normally am.
I should have knocked. I should have knocked, but it was cracked open. What did y'all do fun last night?
Oh, last night.
Or what did you not do fun?
Well, last night was a snapshot moment.
Okay.
I met a fellow from Latvia, and my parents are from Latvia, and I haven't spoken Latvian since the 80s when my parents died.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I got the business card and whatever, and I didn't look at his name. And all of a sudden, Yanis here. I said, well, we have you in our family somewhere. So we spent like an hour downstairs. The bar was closed, and we just enjoyed ourselves. So it was cool.
Oh,
so
cool.
That was one of those snapshot moments. And just by happens, we moved our office over the last 2 weeks. And I have every single pay stub since 1976 in boxes at the house. So now my lab is at the house.
Okay.
So I found my dad's old address book, and the earbs were there. And I didn't throw that out. I threw all my pay stubs out and all my papers I've written, for GE. Some of them I kept for my son, just to know what dad's about. So,
all right.
Yeah, cool. Nice to see you.
Same here. Yeah. Sorry I missed you last night, but I went to go see that Candlelight Quartet that does like covers of the Queen. It was last night. Queen songs. It was really good.
Oh,
so,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll definitely get together this weekend. But I wanted to see what's going on good. I know there's a lot of controversy right now with record cleaning and stuff. I saw some YouTube things on that. What's going on with you?
Well, it's just like what JR has done. He's upset the world of tone arms and cartridges because no one's ever done any analysis. And I thank you. You've done a lot of the videos of how we're doing things and whatever.
Right.
And what it's now come out to, the industry has realized that there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm very frustrated when I see people doing side-by-side tests, with machines and processes, and not doing any quantitative or qualitative analysis. They're just, making personal opinions. Now, just like in JR's world and my world, we're zeros and ones. What's stamped is stamped. From the stamper to your record, it's finite. I cannot, like in speakers and amplifiers, I like the Rogers LSs, I like the Acoras, I like the Sonos. Everyone has their own opinion because their ears obviously have flavors, and also they like the look of equipment. That's why we have hundreds of manufacturers of speakers and hundreds of manufacturers, if not thousands of amps and turntables now and so on. The basic is, when I have a phonograph, and here's a great one, Bike Project. Cool. Isn't that cool? I picked that up in Norway. Mike Fremer was doing a seminar at the Little Dipper last year, and I found this. It's made by Project. It fits in my suitcase. But what's nice is I have a spectrum analyzer that I carry with. So going back to what I'm saying is, when people are talking about, I'm going to do a shootout with A and B and C, someone should use a spectrum analyzer to see what they're doing. Are they improving the signal or they're not improving the signal?
Sure.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the needle properly adjusted, cartridge aligned and so on, to touch this, not to touch a record that has a coating on there, whether the coating was left from prior cleanings or the pressing oil that the Shure brothers discovered back in '77 when their Mark IV V15 was picking up materials. That was start of the cleaning industry, because then we saw vacuum cleaners and the spin cleans come out, and they tried and could not remove that pressing oil. So in '78 with the V15, they gave you a brush to put on your tone arm.
That's right.
God,
I
wonder
remember
what JR would say about the alignment on that and the weight, little humor.
Or it was on the cartridge.
It was on the cartridge.
Yeah.
It came with
I had one of those. Yeah.
Came with every single one. So what I'm saying is we need standards, and that's what Mike Tremor was talking about in August of 2022 in the stereo file. We need standards. If someone's going to purport a cleaning process, let alone a restoration process, we need standards and saying this is what we're doing to your record. How many dB gain are you getting? And my contemporaries still aren't doing that. So
you put the measurements to it. You're going to be able to show the gain in dBs.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did that in Long Beach, I think. But it'd be good to show it again.
Jeff Rowland provided us with a Capri S2 that I can calculate the gain, but now I can do it here with the spectrum analyzer, and I can store the before and after.
Great.
So it proves what we're doing. So all I'm saying is that, yes, I'm a salesman, but at the same time, it hurts me when people are even still selling chemicals for the last 8 years that we've told everyone, take a look at what's on the ingredients list.
Yeah.
And cleaning is fine. We want a record to be clean. That's okay. I have no problem with that. That's why we have the spin cleans and we have the vacuum systems and we've proven the sonic systems, some don't even work. Irrespective, we want the best is use a brush to remove the dust, remove the static on your record before you play anything.
At a minimum, yeah.
At a minimum. And then if you really want to take advantage of JR's adjustments or your cartridge that already is there, you then want as best as possible to be able to play the record the way it was made on the stamper, not with the pressing oil and anything else. So that's what I'm saying. Forgetting about how we work it and whatever, that's the end result to get the best bang for your dollar. And again, it's just frustrating to see where after now 7 or 8 years of us talking about this, using cavitation meters to prove things that the manufacturer should say. We have no cavitation.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm sure that Mr. Fremer is going to come out with some great articles and whatever about what his discoveries are.
I know he was a doubter at first of you, but then came around once you showed him proof to match what you were saying, and that's usually what can make people change their dogmas, is if you can actually, and then you can hear the difference with the dB gain.
Yeah.
This is a very complex mechanical process doing LP playback. Everything from the cartridge being aligned, being manufactured standard, which they aren't, and quality control, tolerances, and then over time things may change. Then to even the record, how it's pressed, what kind of coatings, how it's cleaned, how it's maintained, in what environment. There is and then the actual playback, the motor, the tone arm, the phono stage. This is a very complex product, and so we're neurotic as audiophiles for so many things, like even a little fuse or cable elevators. But yet we'll just ignore so many important things that are justified being neurotic about here. So I'm thankful that you guys, both you and JR, are focusing on this. Even though I'm not a vinyl guy, if I was, this would be the start of two things I would do.
We're working on that.
You're going to work on me.
I have so many turntable manufacturers now that want you.
Well, JR visited me. I was working on him in reverse.
Yes, right.
I tried to get him into home theater and digital and EQ. But yeah, eventually I will. But I got to tell you about some other new things I've got at my house that are fun. But I'll come back when you're doing a seminar. We can show people, maybe do a record. And show that dB gain. I think people will enjoy that.
Yeah, I think, and again, we all love music, and again, it starts with the record factory, good pressing, good audio engineering. It then goes to needle and cartridge. I mean, that's what's picking it up. And if we can make it easier for someone, or the needle, I should say,
bless you.
It should come in through. That's someone thinking of me.
I need a binaural mic for that.
If we can, there we go. If we can make the adjustments here really hit the stamper, that's what we want. That's what we want, and it's all inexpensive.
Yeah, it's not even that expensive.
And please, do clean your records, but make sure if you're using chemicals and whatever that they're PVC safe. If there's no ingredients on there, don't use it. Worst is just take an optician's cloth and distilled water and just remove the junk off the record, and then use a brush, and that's it. Don't do anything.
Okay, so people that are coming to the show, you're going to be in 1203
Yep,
with
1203 with
JR,
JR,
and y'all rotate, one does one, and then I think I see over here you're doing record cleaning.
Yeah, record restoration is over here.
So your machine here, and you sell them here,
Yep.
like normal.
Yep.
There's no marketplace normal at this show, but
No,
you
this
can
show
actually
is
get it
very
here.
different. That's
yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've changed the setup this year because this way here.
Your quasi
JR and I can
marketplace here.
rotate. And-
Excellent.
Yep.
And then I see you even got a little raffle box like last year.
raffle box for discounts on products and all sorts of things. So
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Charles. I'll come back when you get started.
yeah, I appreciate you. And there's a lot of nice. That Latvian guy with his birch speakers are pretty interesting. Yeah.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, and of course I met the guys at Acora downstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Jacques Riendo, the owner of Oracle, is here.
Oh, really?
He is downstairs.
They're using
with
Oracle,
the,
yeah.
Yeah, so go and see Jacques. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go down and see him.
That's a
All
long
of
time
his
company.
staff- He was one of our first largest customers.
Okay.
All of his staff had one of our processes, and he actually cried at the Toronto show where he took one of his favorite records,
Clean it,
and he
restore
came
it.
over, please restore this. And then his staff were running my booth for 3 days of the show. I
Wow.
did nothing except talk. They did all the work.
Third-party validation, can't beat that.
Oracle. I mean, they're
Yeah.
a turntable manufacturer.
Exactly.
I use their turntable, their Paris 5 at the shows.
Okay.
This one here, I thought it was kind of fun in a relaxed environment.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Charles. I'm sure we'll be back later in the show.
Yeah, and JR did the
Exact-
adjustments on it too. Very
Amazing.
short tone arm though. He said, that is
Not
short.
the right tone on.
There you go. Well, thanks guys.
Okay. We'll see you
Enjoy the
soon.
show. It's great.
Okay.